2019's El Camino. After escaping Jack and his gang, Jesse Pinkman goes on the run from the police and tries to escape his own inner turmoil. Written and directed by Vince Gilligan.
Alright, hey, welcome everybody, this is Tom.
This is Nick.
This is Brendan.
Let's do American Recut stuff.
El Camino, Breaking Bad movie.
On Netflix.
Alright, first off, we'll go into the American Recut. Usual deal, no particular spoilers. We'll get into spoilers later with our ramble on. But let's go ahead and go through our usual categories. First off, let's talk characters. I found the characters in this to be okay. A lot of this was focused on just Jesse Pinkman and his kind of personal journey through the end of the events of Breaking Bad. Generally, most of the characters were there to either help Jesse Pinkman or serve as some kind of role for Jesse Pinkman at best.
Yeah, I think largely this is what you'd expect from a movie that's based on the series, and you know that it's centered around Jesse. So most of the film is Jesse. Sort of you see some familiar faces from the series, but nothing to as far as characters go. It's largely, this is pretty much all Jesse.
So I'm only like 7 episodes in the first season, so I don't know anyone outside of Jesse. But it was a Jesse Palooza. Any other character was just merely there to help move the story along.
Yeah, I think that's basically the characters.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Story. This story hinges heavily on the events of Breaking Bad. It's really inseparable.
Yeah, so by that, there's many moments of the movie that you really would have to have seen the film or seen the series to get where they're coming from. So I think if you haven't seen the series Breaking Bad, I really wouldn't recommend you watch this. I'd recommend you watch the series first. Then if you're feeling the movie, go for the movie. But as far as story goes, heavily relying on previous knowledge.
And for the person who hasn't actually seen Breaking Bad, just jumped right into this movie.
Yeah, thanks for that advice, Tom. I wish I had that
Come on, Brendan.
I wish I had that.
Why didn't you listen to the American Recut?
Story. I mean, there were flashbacks. Do I understood what they meant? No, not well, kind of, but yeah, I was totally confused.
Yep, and I think that Brandon's experience is probably what you would get if you are not familiar with Breaking Bad as a series. You will be largely confused and not sure why it's focusing so much on this random person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The effects, this is very much classic Vince Gilligan style. You have a lot of his same shot composition, you have a lot of the same motifs and symbolism that he loves to explore in the main series. This is, for all intents and purposes, a continuation of the show, just a 2-hour long episode. It's not paced like a movie. It's very much paced on the idea that you've seen everything before it. It's basically just an extra episode.
Yeah, as far as effects go, Nick said great shots. This is the shots you'd expect from Vince Gilligan, his cinematographers, who's ever doing that. Some, really, really pretty things to see. You have some makeup effects to varying degrees of success. I think overall, it works. But nothing other than that. There's not really special effects.
Nothing too terribly substantial that I noticed. No, I mean, very pretty sceneries and what have you. But beyond that, no. That's it.
As far as themes would go, it follows on a lot of the themes of Breaking Bad. Again, this is a movie where every time you talk about it, you kind of say, it's like Breaking Bad, because it is just Breaking Bad. It's just more Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that as far as themes go, it really is an extension of the show. It's as if, again, you sort of need to be dependent on the knowledge that you would gain from watching the show to fully understand the themes they're trying to be explored.
Though I think that if you're willing to leave this to go into the really deep conspiracy theory stuff about what Vince Gilligan means with a 5-second shot at any given moment, you'll find a lot of stuff that you like in this. A lot of things that I'll probably maybe touch on lightly, but probably won't get too into because...
Spoilers.
I'm not familiar with that. Is that...
Oh, I'll get into it with the Ramble on stuff.
Okay, alright, something to look forward to.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Beyond that, anything else we want to...
Just wrap up.
Yeah, I don't have anything else to say. Let's go ahead and just go into our usual recommendations. Brandon, let's start with you since you're probably the most interesting component
Subject
of this.
Definitely watch this movie after watching the series, because you will end up like me, utterly confused and just completely lost. I enjoyed it, don't get me wrong, but I had no idea what was going on.
Yep, I'll take it from the perspective of those who have seen the series. I think it certainly puts you back sort of in that Breaking Bad world. As Nick kind of alluded to, you have the Vince Gilligan sort of effect or affect. You have lots of the similar styles. So you sort of get exposed to just more of that. So if you want more without really, I think, getting anything into any sort of new level or learning anything like too substantial, yeah. I'd recommend it as far as that goes. Overall, though, I think this one's a movie that, I mean, it's on Netflix, so it's not like you necessarily have to pay for it, but it's not necessarily, I would say it's not, I wouldn't really recommend it overall.
I went into this asking the very simple question of, did this need to be made? And I think that the answer I came to is kind of, not really, no. It goes into places that aren't especially new plot-wise, and I think that ultimately it's extra Breaking Bad. If you really were dying for like an extra hit of Breaking Bad, great. But as far as like being a necessary 5-year-long epic project to recreate all the shots and feelings of the original, it doesn't offer much new.
Yep, agreed.
All right. Well, we'll see you at the Ramble, folks.
See you at the Ramble on.
Thank you.